Hello, Divine Sunshine. This is Divine Sunshine. I am your intuitive spiritual life coach. I am here for this week's reading. Yes, she's messing with the hair again. Haha. It probably, maybe that's my stuff right there. I seen a little peek up there. Anyway, started. So let me kind of invite the angels. I hope that you had enjoyed watching. If you have not, the message that I had about the divine masculine to the divine feminine, make sure that you look at the previous videos below on that one has some good stuff, very good channel message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. I say definitely those times when you feel like giving up on the journey, look at that one because it's filled with a lot of heart chakra and a lot of love energy in that one. Also look at the one that's talking about the karmic situations and it's coming to an end of an era and the karmic crash. That one's good too as well. And also I would say the one that's about shaken not stirred as well. Those are some good ones. Thank you very much for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. That's very well. Thank you so very much that you all are talking and corresponding with each other. I want to thank one of the subscribers was talking. I wasn't able to get to it as fast as I want to, and I seen another subscriber chime in and kind of answer, and I'm almost was ready to say like ditto, but I was like spirits like no, you can say something else, but I was like they said everything that I really had wanted to say and more. So thank you for, if you see those things happening and somebody has some kind of question or some kind of thing that I just throw out there, just come in, chime in, and add in. May, my God, onto that went straight right on into, we have these karmic cycles ending. Some of us, I know for me, May 1st, I got slammed right then and there on the first day with my lesson. I was clearing up some things with my dad. My dad is kind of, his health is being challenging. He's having a challenge right now with his heart and things like that. So I'm dealing with that. So sometimes I might be floating in, floating out. Not here is kind of consistent as I want to, and so that's another reason. It's not me taking any kind of hiatus or anything like that. It's just or spiritual maintenance. I like that. I've seen that on one of the channels. Two of them, the readers, are taking spiritual maintenances. And I told you before that when you see the readers, just going ahead and spiritual advisors or whatever they want to call themselves by, just make sure that you just lift them up in love and light because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We have lives, we do other things, full-time jobs, parent, mom, or caregiver for elderly parents or whatever like that. I call mine's really recycled teenagers, but we're going some things and we're still out there on the front line saying no, we got to get this message out because that's part of our mission and our purpose for some of us. So let's kind of get right on in. I want to start off with, since my thing is angels and this really have been enlightening and working with me and strengthening me with times here. Really watch the manifestation. This manifestation power since May it came in has been, like if you just think the thought, you'll get it. I was just the other day, I was like, I really need help with getting my things together for my dad with his business and stuff. And so I was like, I really need me some help clearing out his place. And I kept on saying, I really do, I really do, I really do. And then lo and behold, my sister, she watches the channel, contacted me and say, you need help? And I was like, clear. I was like, I really don't want to tell her, but I need this help getting this place together because he got so much junk. He's a hoarder, Jesus. And, she kept on me, I got you. What you need, I got you. So, that is something we got to really watch our manifestation. We think it, we bring it. This came out, this touched me. So I think this is our card for the week. And this is probably the angel that we'll be working with from this Friday, if I said February, from this Friday to next Friday. Okay. I know I had promised about trying to do this karmic thing. I will see. That's why I dislike saying on the air about karmic, because it really shows how sometimes I can't follow through on what I what I promised that I was going to do, but I really wanted to ask the angels to take on this karmic situation. Well, we'll see on that. This card here, this is what we have. Okay. Looks like it's a butterfly still. Okay. So let's see what angel we're working with. This is Zephon, guardian angel of awareness. Oh, this is nice. The card of appreciation of life and nature's secrets. I did not bring water down here. Help us, Lord. 52. All right. So we're working with Angel Zephon. This is a guardian angel of awareness, the card of appreciation of life and nature's secrets. Zephon offers you different levels of support according to your need. Firstly, he brings increased awareness or of how to achieve your true heart's desire. Perhaps you have been trying too hard to make something happen in life. Zephon's counsel is that you cannot force the pace, for such a desire will only come about at the perfect time. Meanwhile, be more aware of the simple things of life that surround you, like beauty of nature and music. Everyday miracles that we all tend to take for granted. Just relax, be vigilant, and await guidance towards your opportunity. Zephon is the many-eyed one who hears, sees, and knows all. Each of his eyes is like those in a peacock's tail. The Vesca Pesces is sacred geometry. You all might want to know what that is. Geometry is the eternal shape behind the form of all life. The pattern of Zephon's eyes forms a spiral of knowledge and wisdom, symbolizing aspects of self-balance, mastery. Zephon is associated with the sacred element of fire, especially the triple fire of creation, containing love, power, and wisdom. If your heart's desire is true, he heightens your awareness by rearranging the relevant chakras with a threefold flame. You can then use love, power, and wisdom to make your own miracle happen when your moment comes. So I hear a lot of trigger words and a lot of kind of keywords, clue words here. Some of it is you got to wait until divine timing, which we're pretty much known about that. What came to me is this week, go out into nature and listen to music. Like I gave you a playlist last week, like Love on Top and things of that nature. So go out there and do that. Really practice and stop pushing the whole journey or the think of union of coming together. That's what I heard as well. And then the sacred geometry, this everything has shapes and things sizing up. So in some ways you could say, I want to say, just kind of watch how things shape up. You could look at the synchronicities going on with, especially with the numbers and how things add up and shape up too in your life. That's another way it is. Make sure that you master your self-balance, being balanced as well. And then I heard a lot of flame things to me right now that Zephon will be helping to kind of fuel the flames for the twin flame journey too, for both of them. Okay, for divine, I call it divine unisouls on here, but I heard a lot of flame. So especially he's saying he's really the one of the fire creation, containing love, power, and wisdom. So those, if I would say, will be the principles that you will really be working with this week, which is love, power, and wisdom. So we're going to ask Archangel Zephon, we're going to ask him to be our guide in telling us what are the things that we need to be working with this week. So Zephon is our angel. Okay, we had a clique of angels last week. So this week is just Zephon, which is good, which was kind of hard for me to kind of remember half of them. All I can remember was Ambiel and Saraquel, and it was another one, Arcadia, something like. There was a weird one. He said, "This all right. You just as long as you're trying to get it, it's fine with me." Clear. So let's look. Oh Jesus. Oh Zephon, you kind of. who are your heroes? Okay, that fell right on out. Everybody say, what's happening with the energies this week? So who are your heroes? To me, it would say, look into your higher self, like somebody who's really has done it and has like a superpower. Heroes are people who are, to me, has superhuman strength. You can look at your role models. You can look at some people that you admire, aspire to be. You can look at, again, ascended masters. Again, your higher self, messengers. All of those that I call the upper echelons, the really the truly powers that be, your angels. Those will be those who have really superpower strength, to be able to help and get you through. So who are your heroes? And it's saying serve. So, what ways are you looking at the way? And I would say more so like the ascension masters and the angels as well. What ways are they doing that you see, and they're serving humanity and they're serving others? Okay, because that's what I think about serve. Because heroes help, either they're helping to save the world, or they, helping to save their city, like Batman, Gotham City, those kind of things. Superman to me is more so the world, not just the city. Batman to me stayed kind of local. The Spider-Man, same thing, his city, so those things that we think about. And that's funny, the movie came out with Avengers, and that pretty much, that was the last one or whatever, the saga. So, you kind of think of those are really actually, so those are really actually you regular people who have extra spiritual strength or extra power strength that they bring to the table, and extraordinary strength and powers that they bring to their human self. So that's like the same thing, saying I am a spiritual being having a human experience, so you being divine. To me, that would be what that would be. Okay, so now let's look at, for the divine feminine, what kind of major events, clear, will be occurring this week for you, divine feminine. Whoa. And for the divine masculine, what kind of major events are happening for you? This is a lot. That's quite a bit. Can you chop that down a little bit? We'd be all night trying to do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, and it's two. It's still, you still trying. Okay. You want, I feel kind of conflicted. Okay, I feel bad. Okay, 2, that's fine. Look, I said, nah, I got a little bit. I felt it say I got some more. That wasn't fair. Okay, so now. Okay, I changed the fine. What do you want me to read these things? Are they as is? They in reversals? Got a lot of reversals. Or do you want me to say emphasizes more? Say get some clarifiers. Okay, let's get some clarifiers out here. Clear. That's a story. Okay, 8 of air, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Okay, so could be going 2 ways. This is the energy that you're moving away from, or you're staying in. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. To be really divine feminine. So this week, let's see what's going on. It's about that. Okay, you were once in that power, but I believing that you coming from that. It keeps on saying she's moving away from that divine feminine. So right now, why? Because the higher power is behind you, and this really giving you that extra push. That's why I talk about who are your angels, who are you serving. So you really kind of think of, who am I serving? I'm serving myself. Am I serving them? Do I really want to give my mission and my power? Right now, it's just really, I'm concentrating. It's all about me right now. You're standing in my own power. You got 4, being grounded. You're getting a leg up on some things. You really are. You're dealing with some inner child issues. You're watching how you're nurturing yourself. and you're really seeing how things are actually lining up. You also here going by the books. You just really going, you're leveling up, but you taking it one step at a time. It's not like you rushing from this stage to this stage. Everything is going into stages right now. So that's what's really helping you not to feel trapped. It's like, to me, it's like, like a child when they learn how to go up the stairs. Sometimes they go instead, they go one step at a time. They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're on there loud as an adult. You just take one, 1 foot at a time on each stair. It's just like one. Okay, I'm sure I'm pretty good on that one. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty good on that one. Okay, let's go. So you're leveling it up, but you're really going through it of being very certain in what you're doing, because you got why. But to me, when it comes in reverse, you're not questioning about it. It's like, I'm getting the answers. I understand now what it is. It wasn't like a why, and I'm still puzzled. Like Jeopardy. What is the capital of Illinois? It's like, I already know what it is. Your answer. The capital of Illinois is Springfield. So what and how to answer the questions, just like Jeopardy. It's not like you questioning it. Okay. Next thing is this week you're dealing with 9 to 5, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through and carefully. Okay. You got a lot of kind of like reversals here. So what I'm picking up here is that this is not a sudden event. It's like this been going on all along, but right now you really truly know that this, whatever's going on here, they might have started off as a sudden event, but now you're like, you know what, I got to really get a handle on it. I've been playing around with it, kind of pussyfooting around, really jumping on it and handling my business. Now is the time. So you really are kind of go in that mode where you say, okay, I'm going to get into action now. I'm action Jackson mode right now. Because you do understand the time is really of the essence. And you really take your time to think these things through. You're trying to be fair. I feel like a lot of you all is weighing pros and cons on things. You become much wiser. Like some of this situation, you've noticed how you have handled the situation in the past. And now you're like, you know what? I'm not going to go through that rushing through anymore. Fools rush in. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to become wiser about it. I'm going to weigh my options on this. I'm going to weigh my pros and cons. And then I'll make my move. Because to me, you've got to the point that you've gotten a deeper knowing and really understanding. And you can look at things at face value, what they are. So some things before, you have to sit there and ponder. It's like now your brain works a little faster and you can even kind of size it up just at the surface level. You don't need to kind of go like, I got to dig deep. What does that mean behind it? What does that symbolize? No, it is what it is. So you've got to that point that you don't fall for the illusion of what's going on. You got intuitive, you got awareness, and you're wise about what's going on. Divine Feminine, you have right now Ace of Earth, the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents, contracts. This came in reverse. I feel like the abundance has been flowing in, but something, whatever this promising business venture that you have has got you on the fence in between worlds. So you're doing on that one. Or I'm getting the fork in the road. This is another group. That's one group. It's another group of feminines. You have this business thing, and for you, it's really going to open up your eyes to a whole new world or something. Like before, everything was black and white. Now everything's in technicolor. So you got that Pleasantville kind of feel with this. But you're really in the mode that you say, I'm just going to kind of observe. That's even for the ones that say, I'm in the Pleasantville thing. Or one of you, I was like, yeah, this kind of got me in the mood. Like I'm like half on the fence. I don't know really whether to jump on this opportunity or not. So let me kind of just sit back and kind of observe some things. Okay. All right. So now, Ace of Water. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. This for Divine Masculine. spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So divine masculine, it seems like you've really been digging deep into your emotions, really digging in there and try to get really where's your source of love at. When I see this, this is clarified by building blocks. You really trying to you really understand that these emotions, and you really trying to get a researcher to fall in love in a new home. It really got you in the place where you've got to build your emotions. So, but at the same time, it seems like you're not putting this divine feminine on a pedestal. It seems like I'm hearing the divine masculine saying so many words. Say it ain't about you right now, divine feminine. It's about me and my emotions. So that's why it's kind of like upside down, because he's saying, you know, I'm really at this point, I'm gonna put you out the equation right now, and I'm just really trying to purely deal with my emotions. And I've seen that on some other videos they were saying about the divine masculine, by kind of go within and kind of really be more self introspective and kind of really concentrating on him. And this kind of shows here he's building his emotions, but I'm picking up, like he's saying, I'm backwards planning. I'm got the end in mind. So this is where I want to end up being. So, but I got to start backwards in my planning as far as saying, okay, so now how am I going to end up here? You understand? Because this is really my foundation of how I want life to be with my divine feminine. But I got to do backwards planning to get there. This is what I'm picking up. Orphan came in reverse because he's saying, you know, I'm hearing Michael Jackson, you are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, my love is here to stay. Okay, so you got that. So he knows he's not alone, and he's really working on this in the past where he was feeling like with the divine feminine, he felt like he orphaned you, he left you out in the cold. And so really those ideas, and this is funny, both of this pedestal stuff is really, both of them came in reverse. Of putting the divine feminine, and it's like, okay, that was then, this is now. We're gonna have that as the past. Like I say, start from the bottom, now we're here. So that's the bottom, that's all with, that's done with. I can't go back and do that. Not that orphan feeling. I know I'm not alone anymore. So this is what these are the feelings that he's dealing with now. That event that's going to come up. Also with the divine masculine, we have brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenge beginning. Okay, right now he's being kind of really flexible, because if he's introspective of himself, he's telling me in some ways, I ain't thinking about creating no kind of new ideas at this time. I'm just kind of really trying to deal with the ideas that I have. I'm not dealing, I know what the truth is, but he was just, like he's saying, I'm just dealing with the facts, and like nothing but the facts, you know, like they say, just tell nothing but the truth, but the whole truth. But it's just like, I'm just dealing with the facts, like an investigation, because I'm really trying to unravel some things about myself to see, you know, how in the hell did I get to this point? Like they say, a challenging beginning is in reverse. It's not the beginning. Right now I'm at the middle and working my way to the end. And so I know I got to be flexible with some things. You know, I can't be really stern and saying, oh, no, this is the way I feel in my beliefs and my discernment. I got to be very rooted and very strict in it. I got to be very flexible in being able to see, you know, some things, you know, like, yeah, okay, well, maybe I kind of was kind of wrong when I thought that way. And yeah, you know what, I might have could have did some things a little differently, you know, instead of like, nah, I was right, she was wrong, she was stupid, you know, that kind of stuff. So we learn how to bend and how to really balance our emotional and our analytical self, and kind of just, you know, create that new beginning from that balancing act and becoming flexible. For the divine masculine, also you have 3 of air. Great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. Right now this came in reverse. I'm thinking right now he's saying, no, I'm not really sad right now. You know, I might have came from that energy. I am still taking some time to heal, he said. Yeah, I'm working with forgiveness of yourself and others, but if I can say this, he's saying I'm not doing it with that guilt. You know, like it's like woe is me. That's why he's saying I don't have that great sadness like that. That woe is me kind of feeling like, yeah, you know, you're a loser, you're a knucklehead, you know, you know good because of what you did to divine feminine or what you done to others. It's just not that self pity, that pity party, and that self beating on himself. He doesn't have that too much anymore. You got breathing in reverse. He's kind of breathed already. You know, they're having that easiness and that lightness. That's where he's really saying, I'm living in that moment there. But, okay, so to me, in order to breathe, which means to breathe and to take in, but to exhale is like, right now I'm at the point that I'm learning how to release. It's not just about breathing. It's about either, yeah, taking in the information and the new things that I have to, but I've got to also, I'm learning the point where I'm releasing and exhaling some of the things that do not belong. Okay, so that is that one. Let's look as far as in love for the divine feminine. Clear. We got two things, so let me see what that means, why that came out like that. Clear. And for the divine masculine. Clarifiers. Okay, I'll change the Cephons. I'll change the Cephon as a fast mover. I can tell with that one. Just hang right on in, I'll get there. Clear. Okay, for that one. Thank you. Okay, it really is then. Okay, engagement. Okay, so divine feminine, you want some engagement. You want some interaction with the divine masculine. I see this too because you're saying I feel my you know, be ascending. My love is becoming higher. I feel this level of commitment, and this is what we rather you want the divine feminine, divine masculine, in the physical or in the spiritual thing. You're saying you're feeling the love ascend. Engagement. The man holding a coin. You want that. Why? Because you're figuring maybe some of you ought to pick this up. You're saying, well, maybe if we engage like this, maybe I can help you kind of with yourself and learn how to handle some things. Bring some abundance, bring some prosperity. If you have a divine masculine that's having some money issues or something like that, it's just like, if I engage with you, maybe we swap energies and we had like that infinity, and I'll be able, this is why I'm picking up, may be able to help you out, because right now you're kind of not the man holding the coin. You're kind of awkward with the finances. You're awkward with the abundance. That could be abundance in just emotions and love and all the good things and spiritual things, but you're like, you kind of, you don't have a handle on it. And I figure we engage, we can help to make that grow and prosper and go to the next level. You also want divine feminine in love. You want a serious commitment. You want the wedding. So, you feel like right now that really this idea of this serious commitment is really right around the corner. This is what I call it, right around the corner kind of thing. You also feel that the yin and the yang, you becoming, why? Because you want this wedding or this serious commitment, because you feel like the divine masculine and divine feminine energies are coming together. It's that balance. You're playing off each other. Again, that could just be with you as you becoming whole and coming union with yourself, or it could be union without in the physical plane as well. And you feel also you want a wedding, because to me it seems like you're really getting a handle on your intuition and awareness. You're able to see the illusions for what they are. You're becoming a goddess. You're becoming very divine in that. And so that's why you like, I want a serious commitment right there, because I've done the work. I've done the change. So this is what I'm looking for. You also want chemistry. there's a strong magnetic attraction. You feel that you and your divine masculine is like really when we come together, we're like close together like the pack of sardines. You know, it's that magnetism, that animal, that traction that just like you have with none other. And you like this magnetic attraction here is because you have been working on it's not a broken heart to me. When I see this, it seems like for this one, I'm intuitively picking up you saying I worked on healing and bringing back the broken pieces of my heart together. And it seems like in some ways it's still some scars. Now don't trust and believe they still there, but in some ways you feel that what, I'm kind of ready to kind of put myself out there. I'm ready to kind of try again, some of you all. And although the scars are there, okay. You also feel divine feminine, like you're saying you would like to flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Again, others mean just not with yourself, not just working all that inner work and just being lighthearted and love with yourself and playful with yourself, and just getting and just really concentrating on you. You also have the door to personal healing and happiness. This also, if you do this, this is explained because you feel that if you become more lighthearted to others, not just to your divine masculine, but to everybody that's in your world, like your soul family, your friends, this is also going to open up your doorway to happiness and healing by developing these relationships, how you relate to others and reach out to others, and how you connect to others. That's going to help you also heal in return, okay? And that's going to open up the doorway. Also, man with the heart again. Now, this came in reverse. So, again, right now you feel that the divine masculine is not ready. So, in the meanwhile, you figure if you work on these other things right here, you will learn how to maybe analytically how to even deal with emotional things, that's matters of the heart, with the male side, with your divine masculine side of it, really, and then become a master of how to handle matters of the heart from even the analytical side, from your masculine side of things. Next one, divine masculine. You have past life. This is things that matters of the heart. Last time when we did the reading, you were saying, I know this is your past life. I already know this. I just don't know what to do with that information. So now we're here. You got past life. Your emotions feel like you want to walk away. We're going to get clarified on this one because I got to see what that's about. And then you don't want attachment anymore, okay, because this past life thing, divine masculine. Okay, this seems pretty good here, so I'm going to need some more further clarification. What you mean by clear? Got two of them. Okay, so you're saying that wherever he is with this type of woman that has this kind of attitude of things, the way she's looking, he's saying that he does not, this person who he's attached to, and this woman, he wants to walk away. I think about, I don't want to allow my girl, my boo Jupiter 11 said she don't like the way she looking. As one of them is her, is TX. He's like, I don't like the way she looking real sly. Look how she is, this look like this could be the karmic walking away, because I don't like the way how she looking in this picture here. So if this is the karmic, he's ready to walk away from the karmic person, because he doesn't want no longer wants attachment, which this attachment is to deal with wearing a mask. Some kind of way, to me, it looks like she has, whoever he's in a relationship with, has now taken off the mask, and he's like, oh, now I see real you. Mama, now we have a running joke, and from what love's got to do with it. And then Tina Turner sitting in the car with Ike Turner. And that's at the end. He's like, well, Tina, you didn't that real good show. That real good show. You really did your thing up there. Tina sitting up there said, oh, okay, thank you, Ike. Now they up in the car. Tina way up there on the daggone a window, you know, she being slick, like, you know, like, I ain't let you up in my car, but this show is damn dangerous. I don't know what the hell you gonna do. And so then Tina said one word to trigger daggone Ike off. What the hell she say that for? And she looking at it, and he gave her some roses and stuff. She like, you take these damn roses back. And she throw it at him and stuff. And she said, I was waiting for the old Ike to come out. There he is. Looked like he was ready to go and pop up and hit her and slap her upside the head in the car. So that's the same thing. So whatever it is that this comic is, and I'm picking up that same line, it's like she done took the mask off, and he's like, oh, so now I really see the real you. You know, so, you know, some of them, they still people on these things, these channels, talking about, you know, the karmic and the practicing of manipulation, or the black magic, as they like to say, that's on the karmic. So whatever it is, the gig is up, and he's saying is like, oh, okay, you've been using that, you know, this major manipulation of the mind. So the gig is up, like you've been portraying like you all sweet and that, and now you taking off. Now I'm seeing who you really are, and that's probably why he's saying he don't want to be attached anymore to this chain by this whatever mass manipulation that this karmic person has done. Okay, and on top of this, he's seeing that she is not the one who is really holding the coins, because probably this feminine here has truly been holding over like him. If he has some financial issues or situations, that challenges that he's had a part of, and he's saying right now, like, yeah, but you're no longer the person who holds the coins anymore. You know, it's not all that, and that's not. I'm not going to let you use that as a weapon of manipulation over me anymore on that one. The next one is because he's saying at this point he wants a rest and rejuvenation behind that. You know, because if they are doing this manipulation very hard, and I won't say the magic stuff, things, but if they are manipulating them very hard like that, you know, that could be taxing on your mind. That's very tiring on you, you know, with somebody playing mind games on you, and they get to the point that, you know, you like, something ain't right, something just ain't right. Like sometimes I look at my dad, and he like his body is kind of really portraying him, and I can see him like, I said, what's the matter, Dad? What's the matter, Dad? Like, something just ain't right. My body and my mind ain't connecting together. What the heck going on here? And that's the same thing. So he's at the point, he's like, you know what? I need rest and rejuvenation for this whole situation. I want out of this, you know. So this is where you are at. This week is going to all the karmic hits the fan. The karma hit the fan right here. That it's like, I can't do this no more. Okay. Let's look at what is, I want to say, the overarching theme for this week, and then I'm going to get to what things, the divine things, what some keys, things that clear. Archangel Stefan said we can help with that. So now, I could get also what's going on. I would do with that one. Okay, for the divine feminine. Wow. And for, this is coming out here. Okay. And for the divine masculine. I felt him talk to me on that one. Okay, so let me read real quick, because I like to read, because that sometimes some things, it gets in there, and I kind of get a little bit more deeper understanding and interpretation about what's going on. I'm going to create, this is a stack, and that's a stack. Okay. Okay, so we did love. So let's look at what's the overarching theme. For divine feminine, you have 5 of fire. Okay. Creative brainstorming, unity and diversity, honoring differences. I have the freedom to explore the ideas that seem the most far-fetched. What seems crazy today proves tomorrow to be brilliant. So if you think about unions, like, nah, that ain't going to happen. They're saying right now, and Archangel Sapphire is saying he's giving you the fire and the balance to be able to say yes. What you thought you could not manifest then, you can do now. Like a child, willing to stretch her imagination when a new playmate comes into the garden, are open to new people and new ideas, intrigued by what is novel and unfamiliar. This is a time for what is counterintuitive, for appreciating the ideas from out in left field and what they might offer. Okay, so again, you're talking about the engagement thing. You got, some of y'all say that might be far-fetched, that happening. But a lot of you are feeling here that, you kind of really opening yourself up to possibilities. Like I say, flirt with others. Again, they talk about the newness and bringing other people in. Some of you all may be looking again to, connect with new people to kind of work with some things. Okay, now, I know who did that. Okay, you ain't like what I said. Divine, don't. Okay, now. When things fall, I know that's divine masculine own self. So I ain't like that. Well, I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm stop. All the collectors didn't like that, but newness and friends, connected with new soul, family, things of that nature. Okay, 10 of air, and I had divine family. Well, okay, you don't like it, then do something. Get off the pot and get off the pedal and get to doing something and get into action then. That's what the divine feminine collectors say. Back to the divine masculine. Says you ain't like that. Get to working then. All right then. 10 of air. You say I am working. I know it's behind the scenes. You working behind the scenes. I know. She just wants to see something surface level where she can see that you actually doing something. Okay, 10 of air, graceful endings and hopeful beginnings. Oh, happenings. Okay, that's nice. Beginnings meet a point of epiphany and end to old ways of thinking. It's all up from here as I bless the ending, grateful for the lessons I have learned that can free me from patterns that no longer serve me. I allow my circumstances to end with grace as I know something better can appear at any time. I am thankful that from now on I can respond differently to any challenging situations. So that's the overarching theme again there. So new challenges. Oh, my mind is not connected. Okay, new challenges and this one being opened up to new people. Okay, so it's there go that newness again. Okay, new challenges and being open to it and being confident as you. And something's coming to an end. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put the other cards there and see where it take me. 10 of fire. So you got 10 of air. Air is a lot of mind things going on. You got a lot of action cards here. So your mind is really reeling this week, divine feminine, and you got some things that you're going to put some action into place. 10 of fire. Oh, ring of fire. 10 of fire. Burning away, releasing the excess endings, clear way for beginnings. I may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole. But I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. So this to me, the overarching theme about what I talked about earlier or about the cards here, this is pretty much again, we releasing, we starting new, we letting go. Some things belong, some people do not belong, and we're really weeding it out to really create this newness that we're really looking forward to actually having. Okay, let's say about this opportunity that we was in between two worlds on divine feminine. Divine masculine, you have of earth, so you're in the physical world with this one, 6 of earth, And then you got temptation again, which I thought came out last week. Let's take the earth card. Earth, 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 earth. Oh, my head and my back is on fire. Do, 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 do. I realize. Six of Earth, unexpected resources, happy, surprises, generosity. What I have sent forth in love comes back to me many times over as the generosity of others become apparent and unexpected resources show up. The universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding me that the world is full of pleasant surprises. Inside the pretty package is tangible aid, a gift from spirit. Just when I was beginning to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures I am entitled to receive that show up as my door. What will I unwrap today? Okay, so again, you got some kind of new thing that's going to come up. Some unexpected resources that's going to come up. Interesting. All right. Some surprises and some generosity. Okay. That's pretty good for your divine master. And so far, it's been a couple of weeks. It's been some good stuff, some good cards for you. We got 15 temptation. Okay. Attachment. There you go. That's attachment again. The material world is my playground, but I need to be careful not to be attached to outcomes. This is a warning to me to watch for access and to know what's not healthy for me. When this card shows up, it's a sign that I am focused on the material realm and need to be aware of any access or addictive behavior, my own or that of others. Okay, so right now you see now with the karmic came out, so now she's taking the mask off. You really are paying attention to, with this temptation card, looking at things that would tempt you or get you off your square, tempt you to get you off your path or your mission or your passion right now. You kind of really have been kind of seeing that, you've been concentrating on the worldly things, and that's kind of been getting you out through, getting you into trouble. That's why you're at the point that you're saying, I'm gonna need me some rest and rejuvenation from this whole situation, because this attachment in your heart, you want to walk away. You feeling this is due to the past life and knowing that you've known somebody before, or I'm getting this also that even with you being this karmic kid, and this might be a karmic soulmate. You feeling like, I know this person before. I done been down this road before. She's showing the same path that she did in the other life she's showing now. I think it's time for me to really learn the lesson, get this over with so this doesn't happen again. Remember, this month, we're ending karmic cycles, and there are probably some divine masters that are picking that up. They're saying, no, I want, we got to end this. It's time to wrap this up. I done been through this before. With that, okay. Same thing with the divine feminine. This is karma as well. You've coming up with saying, I gotta let go of some of these people. These people may be soulmates or people I done known in past lives that bring these karma lessons again. And it's like it's time for us to check out, let it go. You were no good in the last life, the last 16 lives I had, and you exhibiting the same thing now. Okay. Let's look at don't want to use that as that. Can we see what the current situation is? Clear. For the divine feminine. Let's see. We can pick out who this is. Oh, wait. We got a lot. Didn't this come out before? Yeah. And divine master. What's the current situation with him? Oh. Just one card. Okay. What is these? These the gold ones. That's right. Okay, divine feminine. The compass, or divine feminine, your current situation is this. I'm here to help you find your way. If there's a journey to be taken or a choice to be made, I provide you with directions and a path so you don't stray. The compass card is an indicator of the direction one is meant to go. It can represent someone or something that provides guidance and helps direct you toward a goal. This card urges you to examine the point of the focus of your undertaking. Look where the needle is pointed. Other nearby cards may provide insight as to your directions. Okay. Now this is interesting that the rest of the compass card represents the many things that can guide you on your path. So take heed. Number 8. So you got the keys and you got a cage here. So you got to get the key to what's going to help you reach freedom, into getting into your passion, which is getting you into your place of love. This is what I picked up. So next one, so that was this one, 42. Next one you have is this. Next one you have is this. And next one you have is this. Okay, let's see what this is. Number 8. Number 33, I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay, pretty much. 33, 34, 12, no. Okay, just trying to see. The key, discoveries and solutions are my forte. You will find me in synchronicity, science, and fate. When I land close to you, know that you have the means and the answers to what is troubling you. That's what I was feeling too, is you have the answers to it. The solution to the problem can be found in by being in possession of the key card in both unlocks and secures. Depending on which way it's turned, the answer is within your reach. Okay, so now the key pretty much to me is facing towards yeah, I thought it means if you in prison. Oh, okay, Raphael. So some of you all feel like you're in prison. And this is matters of the heart too. So the next one you got here is 34, which is the fish. I bring plenty of abundance. I deal in commerce and sales. I advocate independence and promotion of self-reliance. Trade, water, expansion, and flow is my department. Be careful not to tip the scales between tipsy and loaded. The fish of the Leonard symbolizes resources and money. The 3 fish here in the blue depths show that we can dive deep to gather in food in abundance. In some traditions, the card also symbolizes wealth. So look like to me, whatever it is, once you find your direction, it's going to unlock the key to your freedom and to your beauty of things and in love, and you are going to become abundant and wealthy because of it, and independent as well. Let's look at number 7. Okay. Number 12, I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay, number 12. A phone call or a text. Oh, a date. That is how I communicate. I am in meetings and interviews. I like to negotiate. So you might get a text, email, or a phone call telling you about this opportunity for this opportunity, which could be an opportunity in a job, opportunity for really to meet up with the divine masculine, those things, jabber, gossip. No, that's what I'm picking up. So that's what it is. And so whatever it is, this is going to help you to get direction, to get freedom, because you got the key now to open up to your own beauty, because you feel pretty much locked up. The fish is going to bring you some abundance and some wealth and some opportunities. And this is all going to be brought on, also cinched by a phone call, some kind of communication as well. Okay, for the divine masculine, this week we got the number 2. Jesus, stop. Okay, so Clover, I bring you luck and happiness. I make things better, and as long as there isn't a negative card after me, which we have nothing, I will turn difficulties into opportunities. I am the nice surprise and the happy size. Like, oh. Okay, so now, even with this, to me, it's bringing to me while I was reading this, like, even with this situation that you have with this karmic feminine, because it's not situation, this is a relationship that is. It seems like to me the universe is saying, even with all that's happening here, I'm still going to bring luck and happiness at the end of it. It's going to be a nice surprise how this comes together, and it's going to bring a happy size. The card depicts an explosive array of clovers. There are 3 and 4 leaf clovers bearing white flowers set against the backdrop of an idyllic day. All a vibrant green, fertile, and promising growth and luck. To me, again, that has something to do with your heart and, just feeling lucky, feeling blessed, those things. Where the card is placed, all is well. When taken in the context of flower language, the white of the flower is known to be a symbol, too, of remembrance. The card can mean, think of me from someone afar. So the divine feminine saying, even while you're going through this, kind of think of me as you're going through this situation that you have with this karmic situation. The 3-leaf clover is commonly known by the Irish as a shamrock and associated with luck. Since the 4-leaf clover is less prevalent, the act of finding one naturally in the wild is considered to be very lucky. So right now, what you're doing right now is finding and following your bliss and being with your divine feminine and whatever. And that's really, you pretty much, like I said, you considered a lucky guy. And so this is going to be, this is also associated with your love, your passion, and your abundance. Okay, so this is saying being lucky in love. So right now, especially if you do follow through on that thought of saying, you know what, I'm gonna walk away. I'm detaching from this because it seems like it's not healthy. The universe is going to reward you with this being lucky in love. Okay. Let's look at running for time, running for Jesus. Okay. All right. So let's see what in divine energies you have to deal with. Clear. Divine feminine and divine masculine. What energies? Okay, divine feminine, you got to work on your shadow self. That makes sense too. With all this that's going on and finding your direction, kind of work on that. Got to work on removing those things, getting real serious, looking at some things that's acting as blockage or blockages for you in coming into union, either with yourself or on the outside. Okay, we've got to battle with this duality that we're doing. We're showing ourselves one way to the public and another way when we get home. The darkness. Like, oh, she's so positive. When you get home, this negative to everybody else. So you got to kind of watch that too. Kind of learn how to kind of get some self-control on that. I watched, which is Jupiter 1111. It's talking about the young lady, I think it's called the E-Spot, and she's talking about how once she had some breakthroughs, that's when she noticed that she was becoming close with her divine masculine. And that's the same thing we have to do. We got to find those breakthroughs in which, when we concentrate on ourselves to make ourselves a better version of ourselves. This is what we talk about when we talk about shadow self. God of instruction. To me, this is saying to the divine masculine, sometimes you got to tear things down to build things up. So if that means, at this point, you're going to have to kind of destroy whatever kind of relationship that you have with this common feminine, you're going to have to do that to be able to kind of stand in your power. Don't you look like, what you call an Aquaman? Every time I look at that, I say, ooh, Yeah, so God of obstruction, you know, just from tearing down things. If there's a reason for you to create new birth, a new place, a new thing in this place, okay? And that's what we're talking about, that situation there that we talked about earlier, okay? Let's look at some things since we're saying now. What things do we have to surrender, clear, in order to deal with our shadow side? Oh, I'm sorry, not you. Surrender. I don't know why I thought that was surrender card. What things, clear, do we have to surrender as far as in getting a handle or mastery over the shadow side? And what things do we have to surrender in order to get with this God of obstruction side? Deal with that. Okay. For your shadow self, it's saying, the spirit say, surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Okay. Especially you got a problem with saying, nah, wait, nah, suck it away. You be holding that heart, don't seem right. So that makes sense. You're going to have to kind of learn on that, kind of looking at your inner child and see how does it express, how did it look at love and relationships back then, and then kind of build up into present time now to see what are some things that some past relationships that maybe had kind of triggered for you to develop a new wrong pattern of how to deal when you're in relationships. And divine masculine, you have to deal with surrendering to setting limits. It's a healthy to set boundaries in relationships, practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. Okay, and that's true, because sometimes these divine masculines, I picture some of them is really with in these common situations, they're very, very good guys, but at the same time they got caught up in this type of situation, and it's not knowing how to say your boundaries of no probably would have helped them not to be in some of these situations, because divine masculine, some of these things is that, you know, some of you are just really nice, you know, they took advantage of it, they present themselves one way, just like the cards showed there for attachment, and then before you know it, you already clink clank and attached to the old ball and chain, you know, until, you know, the higher self, the higher self, divine feminine higher self, and even the karmics, whatever, higher self get together and say, you know what, this ain't working out. You know, he ain't learning, she ain't learning, you know, it's defeating the purpose, you know. So you got to kind of think about that when we talk about setting boundaries. Sometimes these divine masters got into these situations because they didn't know how to set boundaries and how to say no. Look like I seen them some in another video was talking about, even with the karmic, saying, you know, some of them saying they came up with a lot of childhood issues. They got a hole in their soul, a hole in their heart that nobody could ever feel. You know, wasn't raised right as a child. Their father or something wasn't right with them, and the mother wasn't present there, and so that's why they kind of have this, like, you know, really attaching on to you, divine masculine, because, you know, they're trying to, you know, really not facing the facts, and they're trying to use you as a way to fill that hole. But they're saying if they had high self-esteem, some of the stuff that the divine masculine, you know, that you're doing, that, you know, anybody with self-esteem would not sit there and say, okay, let me keep on, because I could tell already that he's distant and his heart is someplace else. You know, they had some, being a person of high esteem, they would probably say, no, this mess, this ain't serving me no daggone high purpose by being here. So, you know, you ain't got to worry about me on this one. Okay. Is there any kind of things that you want to also, last things, I mean, what energies are we moving into? And then we're going to close out with what the divine masculine say and divine feminine say. Clear. Is there what kind of energies are we moving, situations are we moving into next for in the future? For the divine masculine, I say I sure did. Hold on a second. For the divine masculine and for the divine feminine, no, I did not say it specifically. What energies is divine feminine or did somebody? Okay. put you over here. Overall arching theme here for the divine collective is this: we're moving away from poverty consciousness, the lack, not having enough, not being good enough, any of those things. Poverty, what we really working and working still at the same ideas, same concepts, same beliefs that kept keeping us in the area of poverty. We're working on that this week to kind of get out of that, because this was in reverse. Community, a sense of a family, the soul family, who's our tribe, as some people call it. This came in reverse because, again, that matches up with one of the things they were saying, that you are trying to get, some of you all might be feeling that you're going to have to get rid of some friends, get rid of some people that's not going on the same journey as you. And so this is what this is about. This is why this came in reverse, because you got to deal with that. That's divine feminine and divine masculine. Both of you all got some things, especially when you talk about setting boundaries. You trying to get rid of this karma, and divine feminine is trying to get rid of some toxic people, period. Okay, but learn how to be intimate with people, but with the right people. And that's probably with you being an empath. It's very hard for you to really be able to choose, like, okay, who's right? Like, nah, that don't feel right. But then sometimes things will talk you into say, okay, now you so sensitive about everybody and everything. And you end up saying, I don't like him, I don't like them, their vibes is wrong, something ain't right about this. And so then, that kind of, like they say, dealing with fears, intimacy, you kind of stand behind those beliefs instead of kind of really saying, going out there and just saying, okay, well, let me try, let me see, my thoughts might be right, they ain't about nothing, no good, it's two dead flies. But then maybe you talk to them, and it might change your mind. So, that's what we talk about, the sense of community. It's kind of like banding, but you really shifting and really finding the right ones that need to be a part of your tribe or your village. The courthouse is for the divine feminine. That goes for divine feminine and masculine. Courthouse is for the divine feminine. Whoa. Okay, so now to me they talk about some legal matters. What's going on here? Legal matters. Number 23. I don't know why I keep on hearing what about us? What about me? What about she? What about he? Let me see. I can play that. Let me see what this about. What about us? What about he? What, hold on. When I hear them songs, I got to play it. I'm sorry. I know. Say, I'll be damn. I ain't got no time for this. See, you're in overtime. Yeah, what about us? Yeah, okay. I keep on hearing this playing. Let me see what this about. Okay, I don't know who that is. That could be the I don't know. I don't know who Who is that? What about somebody comment down and says, does that song have any kind of significance? What about I'm gonna continue this on. I'm tired, but I might have to check it out. What the damn guys? I gotta see who this is that's coming in there. What about us? What about me? What about she? I kept on saying, I said, what the heck is this? Oh my Lord, have mercy. Here we go with them songs there. Okay, so back to the Divine Feminine here. This is a somewhat challenging card. Here we meet a solicitor coming from proceedings in his wig, white collar, and gown. This card means lawsuit, court, proceedings, divorce, wills, contracts, taxes, disputes, and all legal matters. But your solicitor is capable, so the outcome could be good if near you are near enabling cards. Wow. This card describes all legal and notable matters and decisions. However, it does, hold on a second, my eyes, does not necessarily announce a court dispute, but primarily reflects all decisions, discoveries, and assessments. Your relationship has to undergo a test now, or possibly it's your employment. I think it's the relationship. And the courthouse recommends discovering the truth and coming to an honest decision. Now that's funny that song played there. I see that you see the colors and everything on the thing was just popping off. I'm seeing pink, I'm seeing orange. The room went all disco ball when I got to playing. Yeah, I need clarification about that. Hold on. What we talking about here? Oh, I'm sorry. This is about to go long, people, because this look like we about to span right on up into the comic thing. Saffron, I changed to Saffron. Tell me what's going on here. What is this? Magician and the mirror. Some things is changing. Something's manifesting. Because somebody looking at reflection. I want to say to me, this is what I'm picking up. Some things is changing and manifesting because the Divine Feminine is making things change because of the work that you've been doing within. Looking and reflecting has caused this change to occur. And it might be on the ending of it is coming through your Divine Masculine, or for you, maybe some of you all is in one of you all might be in some kind of karmic situation as a Divine Feminine, and you're at the point that you're saying, you know what, I'm gonna have to divorce because this ain't working where I'm at. And so, you in yourself is kind of, getting it. So that might be why you're saying, what about us? What about we? What about she? You seen something, and then I thought I seen in the video somebody getting married. I'm gonna have to look at that. Somebody was married and stuff on that one. Yeah, that's what it's saying. I'm not even gonna pull no more for that. Oh wow. Okay, let's look at the next one for the Divine Masculine. You got Privileged Lady, and you had Sudden Wealth. Look like you had something about your money earlier about this. Oh snap! Well, hold up now. What is this? Okay, Privileged. Okay, Privileged Lady. We meet the Privileged Lady, the epitome of wealth, ease, and youth, health, beauty, and charm, as she strolls across the wide lawn past the orchard house. Lavishly dressed in the latest fashion, she gives us the relaxed look of help me with my eyes, angels, of a lady used to admiration. This, to me, I'm picking up the Divine Feminine because it been saying in a couple of videos that the Divine Masculine has really been admiring the beauty of the Divine Feminine. This card stands for fun, creativity, luxury, the good life, and all beautiful things. She can also be the best friend of the main female. Oh, okay. An opposite sex reading, or the partner of the main female in same-sex reading. She is the female counterpart of the wealthy man, but with false person. Okay. She can be, that false person ain't out here. She can be a mean girl capable of snobbery, vanity, disdain, and cluelessness. With other challenging cards, she can be wayward, headstrong, and stubborn. She can be a young woman, a daughter, or a younger mistress. When the card isn't referring to a person, it's talking about a lucky phase, being carefree, no worries. This is usually a positive card, but no, it ain't this. This card represents prosperity, luxuries, and wellness. It may also show a young female friend or relative, girlfriend, sister, daughter, best friend, or young privileged lady. It is a card that shows the gentle and comfortable way of life. Okay, so right now, the thing, the energies that you're moving into is a real comfortable way of life, really becoming into your wealth, really becoming very abundant, very, to me, classy in your emotions, very at home with it, uh, finding beauty and charm with it, learning how to kind of really work with your energies, how to work with it and be charming to other people in you dealing with your emotions, being fun, creative, really being into your emotions, divine master. And that's what you're moving into in this privileged lady too. But to me, it seems like you moving into, really, I still say this is divine feminine to me, that I'm picking up, because a lot of divine masters like put her up on a pedestal. They see her very beautiful, very charming, very put together, very classy, put up there, with like no other woman can really compete with the class and the charm and the elegance and the beauty that the divine feminine brings to the table. So now you got sudden wealth here. So you kind of 12 to 11. This card shows us a slot machine with all sevens. It's your lucky number. Gold coins spilled onto the casino table. The card show means the lost check that shows up, a monetary gift, a larger than anticipated tax refund, a bingo win. In this card is close to a significant. It means a large sum. But if with the false person, no, ain't no false person. Okay, you can feel safe now. So you're working into this point where you feel safe now because you're coming to sudden wealth. Announce a success, affluence, gain, a profit, job. This is money you don't have to work for, such as lottery winnings, a bonus, found money, or an inheritance. Close to significance. It's a lot of money, but if it's far away, no. So you gonna, whatever it is right now, you're gonna find out that you're gonna have to work as much as to get your abundance. Okay, so you're moving into this energy where it seems like it's all kind of coming together. You become refined with your emotions. You know how to handle it, and so on, like the old folks say, you just uncouth. You ain't got no couth about you. You know how to kind of handle your emotions. You're very refined with it. They're not just all over the place, just wild and just being boisterous and just a rebel with no dang on cause with it. And to me, it seems like with you doing that and learning how to kind of refine and kind of control and be very self-disciplined with your emotions, you got a handle on it. And it's going to bring the sudden wealth. Other things are going to come out of nowhere because you really have a handle on things. That kind of goes back to, like I said, the video was saying with the E-Spot, she was saying that, once she had these breakthroughs about herself, it helped to bring on the wealth of, the divine masculine with her. And that's why I'm feeling with you. Once you get mastery over this feminine self and this emotional self, you're going to say you almost coming into union. And it's going to come together. Now, it seems like it's a couple of set of these divine masculines that I'm really picking up. They picking up the keys really quick. And they already had said that, and I remember that in another video. It's like you got to watch it with the divine masculine. When the divine masculine get it, and he gets really into his spiritual thing, he gonna take off, and then the divine feminine is gonna have to find a way how to keep up with the divine masculine, because you know he's getting hit with these lessons like he's concentrated, he's got that fine, he's got that fast paced and accelerated courses that he's going spiritually, and once he comes out of this, he's gonna be taking off. He's gonna be Neo for real, like in the Matrix. You gonna be Trinity, and Trinity, you know, in some ways, I've seen other videos saying that, you know, that the Trinity don't have as much power as Neo does. You know, she bad mamma jamma, but she ain't all that in bag of trips. And we're going back to Heroes, about that superpower, that superhuman strength. She has some of it, but Neo is like beyond. You know, it's like I'm your equal, but then, like I said, once this divine masculine that we talk about, is a set of them, they ready to take off. This divine masculine I'm talking about here, that we hear, he's this is the energy we moving into. He's about to come into his Neo. This one right here, okay. He about to come and become. He right there, step above. He about to come Neo. And you are right now getting ready to divorce divine feminine some things. Okay, let's go on into what does the divine feminine want to say to divine masculine. Clear. Divine feminine, what you want to say to divine masculine. Woo-hoo-hoo. And divine masculine, what you want to say to divine feminine. Okay, divine feminine wants to say to divine masculine. Divine feminine saying, you divine masculine, be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. Okay, so still I understand you going through all of this stuff. You feel like you remember who I am. You going through this stuff. But, you know, and especially with you going with this karmic situation here, it popped up a little bit, you know. We'll see if I can kind of come down here a little bit, maybe in the morning. That's the best time I can do it. And go into this and kind of do some more in-depthness to see what's going on with this feminine here. And I mean this, yeah, karmic feminine, I say divine, and this divine masculine here situation here, because this is going somewhere. This group, this person, this divine masculine say, I know I'm ready. I want rest from rejuvenation. This is getting on my nerves. So she's saying, yeah, while you doing in that, you know, just still be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care, you know, in the situation. It kind of, maybe in some ways, divine feminine say, okay, you throw me a little something and let me know, you know, is it hope? Are you doing anything to kind of get out of this situation? Are you really so underneath what's going on, this situation, underneath the spell or whatever, this deep manipulation that, you know, I'm trying to see, you know, what's going on. Throw me something, their lifeline or something. Let me know, is you still in there? Is the fifth D self, is dimensional self of your divine master? Are you in there? Are you working something out? This is that, okay? And then so also the divine masculine wants to say to the divine feminine, physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back, a giving a hug to someone who needs it. You know, so again, divine masculine saying this to divine feminine. If you are in the communications with it, just make sure that you do something that kind of had that touch. Like you say, if it's just a hand, a pat, or rubbing on the back, or whatever, kisses. I mean, if you all are in a union, or you know, you are in a relationship with that, you know, just make sure that you're doing some of those physical connections with your divine masculine. Because, you know, don't think because they mad, they don't mean that he's cool, he's fine. No, they crave for those touches and feels as well, you know. And appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has the opportunity to grow and find love. So this is funny that he sees this is divine feminine. So he's saying to you, you know, no matter what you're going through, just really just find gratitude. So practice gratitude. This is what the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine. Practice gratitude in everything, whether it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just find a way to just say thank you about the whole situation and the opportunity that you being in this situation has helped you to grow. and to become the divine feminine that you are today. Rather you saying deuces to them, or either you saying I'm in it to win it, you know, it's still, you can be thankful and grateful for that. Okay, I already, if you would like a reading with me, you can go to divineunisols11.com. Go to my website, see there's a booking thing for you to punch a button that say book online. You could also, if you would like to, if it's too complicated or something's not going right, you can also go to my email, reach me at divineunisols11@gmail.com. You can write me just to write me just things that maybe you don't want to share down in the comments, or something that you need somebody to talk to on this journey. I am there as well. Or if you need clarity on some things that has been said in the video, I am here for you as well too. So okay, until next time, just make sure to like, to share, to subscribe, so we can kind of get out all this good stuff, information, because it's very important that you kind of pretty much, you know, you look at these readings, kind of see what things and how you can kind of use it as a roadmap to know how you are going to do your next week, how you're going to go about some energy, some things you might click and say, oh yeah, Divine Sunshine said that, you know, oh yeah, I've seen this developing, so now when I see this happen, this is what I got to do, because this is what I seen. That's not just my channel, anybody else's. Some of these messages may resonate with you. Somebody say, nah, he ain't in that situation, I don't know what you're talking about. And you know, you leave it on the table, as I said, like a platter, and those things that you say, oh yeah, that's good, you put it on your platter, and you keep on walking down the line and say, okay, I'll keep on until you got your feeling, say, I think I got my answer as to how to handle this situation. All right, until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. And love you.